Hi, guys. My name is Sara Preston. I'm an integrative health practitioner and midlife health coach. And my goal is to inspire you, empower you, and educate you so that you can lead your healthiest life. I really want to help you get strong and lean and energetic and really just thrive through the second half of life. So today we're talking about sleep, and raise your hand if sleep has become a little more difficult as you've gotten into perimenopause or menopause. It is very common. You're not alone. It is one of the biggest things that women struggle with, and it affects so much in our life. It affects whether you have the motivation to work out, how much energy you have to be active during the day. It affects your mood. It even affects your hormones, your blood sugar regulation. So much goes into getting a good night's sleep. And sometimes you just can't help it because you're waking up, can't get back to sleep, or maybe you're laying there trying to fall asleep. And we also have the tendency to scroll late or be, up late with activities, kids' activities, sports, homework, maybe it's your job and you're not getting home till late. So all of these things are contributing. So today I am going to give you my top tips, and many of my clients say that when they start implementing these things, their sleep gets a lot better. Now, that doesn't mean that it's always going to be 100%, but it can get better if you really are intentional. And there's different reasons why we, wake up or we can't sleep well. And one of them is hormonal. Another one is blood sugar. Your blood sugar can drop in the night. So there's different things that we can try and different things that we can do. So the first one, you may have heard this, is that you need to get morning sunlight. So go outside, even if it's not sunny. It is not sunny here, hardly ever in the winter. Go outside and get sun on your eyeballs. That means no sunglasses early in the day. And it doesn't have to be for long. It can be for 10 or 15 minutes. Doesn't mean like stare at the sun, but you just want to get that sun in your eyes to help regulate your circadian rhythm. So get outside, get morning sunlight, get evening daylight as well. I know it's harder when it gets dark so early, but see if you can get out there in the evening after dinner or as the sun's going down so that you can regulate your circadian rhythm. Screens, you hear it all the time. And the blue light glasses are great. So get some of those if you're on your phone at night, but really try to put the screens away an hour before bedtime. How about tart cherry juice? This is one of my favorite things to recommend. Plain, pure tart cherry juice, just 2 to 3 ounces after dinner. You can put it in sparkling water if you want. That's what I do. Or you can just drink it. Tastes fine. But it helps your body produce its own melatonin. So it helps with natural melatonin production. And melatonin is going to help you sleep better. So tart cherry juice is another big one, along with magnesium. Magnesium glycinate. Almost everybody is deficient in magnesium, so it's not going to hurt you to take magnesium. You can ask your doctor how much you should take. I take 240 milligrams every day after dinner, and it really does help with sleep. If you're having trouble falling asleep, deep breathing can really help. Something called box breathing, where you breathe in for 4 counts, you hold for 4 counts, and then you breathe out for 4 counts. So every night before bed, in for 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out for 4. And it really helps you to start to calm down. It calms your nervous system. So try doing that every night before bed. So have a bedtime routine. This can be part of your bedtime routine. It starts to tell your mind and your body it is time to start winding down and getting ready for bed. Whether that's washing your face, doing your skincare routine, brushing your teeth, getting into bed, maybe reading a book. Whatever it is, try to have something consistent and try to go to bed at the same time most nights. If sometimes you're going to bed at 10 and sometimes it's 12, your body isn't really sure like when it should be tired. So try to go to bed as much as you can at the same time every night and get 8 hours sleep. Be in bed for 8 hours. So I have an Aura ring. And I don't know if you guys have these, but I love how it has helped me to really realize how much sleep I'm getting. So if you're in bed for 8 hours, you're probably going to get about 7.5 hours of sleep just because of natural, like takes a few minutes to fall asleep. Sometimes we wake up in the night, we lay in bed for a few minutes when we wake up. So you really want to try to be in bed for at least 8 hours. That doesn't mean you're going to get 8 hours of sleep. It's probably going to be 7 to 7.5, but give yourself that chance to sleep. Give your body the opportunity. When we do that, we realize like, oh my gosh, I really did need more sleep. And between the hours of 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is often when you get your deepest sleep. The ring tells me that too. Like my REM sleep and deep sleep are both like happening between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., no matter what time I go to bed. So don't miss out on that really good sleep by going to bed at midnight. You're going to miss out on half of it. So try to get to bed. I have teenagers. I want to go to bed at 10 and I just don't get to bed till 11 because they're in my room. They're talking, like they can't talk to me at 9 o'clock. They got to talk to me at 10:30. And so I get it. It's just ideally, if you want to get a good night's sleep, this is what you would do. You could take an Epsom salt bath as part of your bedtime routine. That also helps with the magnesium that I talked about. Some other supplements, if you're really struggling, inositol, melatonin. Some people do the CBD sleep gummies, Sleepy Bedtime Bestie from Soul CBD. I hope you have a pen out so that you're writing down all this stuff. I will actually post in the description a link to this full list so that you can have it, you can print it, and you can start working on it and checking them off. So Equilibria also has a CBD, sleep. So that's another thing you can do. Chamomile tea, reishi, however you say it, reishi mushroom. Those both can really help with sleep. Just make sure you're not drinking too close to bedtime. Otherwise, you're going to have to get up and go to the bathroom. Keeping your room temperature at 64 degrees at night can really help, especially if you're having any of those like hot flashes or night sweats. It really helps with that. You might want a cooler bedding. So if you're getting hot at night, well, first of all, there's something called a chilly sleep. They may have changed the name, which you could get. It's kind of expensive. It's like a mattress pad thing. I don't have it, but you might want to get cooling sheets. Pottery Barn has some temperature controlled sheets. You can get breathable sheets, bamboo sheets, so that you're not hot at night. I know my husband's like, can we put the flannel sheets on now, in the winter? And I'm like, no, like, don't I'm always hot. So make sure your bedding is nice and cool. Make sure your room is dark. If you need to wear a sleep mask, fine, but close your door, make sure your shades are down, close your bathroom door, turn off any lights, get the phone out of your room, away from your bed. Don't put it on airplane mode. I know I have clients who are like, yeah, I pick up my phone in the middle of the night if I wake up. Don't do it. Put it away from you. Put it in your closet. Put it in the other room if you have to, but get rid of all of those distractions. No food 2 to 3 hours before bed. And I'm not saying this just for like fasting or anything like that. It's that it actually helps you to sleep better. So I noticed too on my Oura ring, when I eat at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I don't have as good quality of sleep. And that's because your body is digesting food. Your heart rate can be higher because of that. So you don't want to be digesting food. You want to eat 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Same with exercise, try not to do it super close to bedtime, but make sure you are exercising. Those who exercise regularly are 56% more likely to fall asleep and stay asleep better. So exercise, getting steps in, if you're sitting all day and you're not getting any steps in, your body just isn't going to be as tired to go to sleep. And also nature can really calm our nervous system and our stress response. So get outside, try to go for a walk. I know you think that nightly glass of wine is helping you fall asleep. It's actually making your sleep worse. Again, get an Oura ring and you will see how bad your sleep quality is when you have a glass of wine or 2 or 3 or whatever. And I'm not saying like you can never have it. If you want to have it, sometimes just know you're not going to sleep as well. I mean, how many times have you, this used to happen to me all the time. I'd wake up at 3 a.m. with like anxiety or heart beating really fast. So it's actually ruining. It is not helping. It takes about 5 hours for alcohol to get out of your system. So if you are going to drink, try to cut it off about 5 hours before bed. That's possible. Okay, eat enough and mostly whole foods. Under eating and eating too few of carbs and fiber has been linked to poor quality sleep, including taking longer to fall asleep and spending less time in deep sleep. Data shows that eating less fiber and more sugar is linked with lighter, less restorative sleep. Cut the sugar, eat the whole foods, and make sure you're eating enough. And some people will need to have a little snack before bed. So I know I said don't eat 3 to 4 hours, 2 to 3 hours before bed. But if you find if it's a blood sugar issue, there's a chance that you might need a little something right before bed. So it's worth an experiment to have like maybe a little banana and peanut butter, maybe just a little peanut butter, something before bed to help with your blood sugar and see if that helps. That some people that helps a lot. I already talked about my Aura ring. Have a notebook by your bed. So before you go to bed, you can write out all the things on your mind. And that way your mind is not spinning, as you're trying to go to sleep. Lower stress, the more stress that we have in our life, the harder it is going to be to sleep. And, go out and have fun, rest on the weekends, laugh with your family and your friends. All these things can help you to sleep better. So I will put the link in the description if you want to download these. I would love to hear from you if you try them and they help. And not every single one of them is going to help for every single person. But if you can start trying to do these things, I think you'll see your sleep will improve. A lot of women in menopause find that doing progesterone helps with their sleep, because as progesterone decreases, sometimes our sleep isn't very good either. So if you are into or thinking about hormone replacement, progesterone would be a good place to start if you're having trouble sleeping. So, okay, I hope this was helpful. I would love to hear from you guys. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will see you guys on the next one.